Hey guys, we're back. I've done a bit more on the car, so I've said I'd show you. Rear's done, the diffs are in. So I've stopped on the front because I want to show you what we're doing. Like I said, one thing I'll tell you is about the diffs. I don't like the standard ones in the car. They're a bit floppy on the bearings. So I use the machine cut ones. You should be able to see that. So I put 4 of them in. It's just like the alloy, they fit a lot nicer, holds the bearings better. So that's one thing that I would say you need to get, make it better. So that was one thing. I do these pins. They're the outer pins on the suspension arm. These are the front ones. I've already put them in the rear, bit lighter and bit smoother. So I don't recommend them putting on the inside on the long hinge pins because they do bend. I feel they're not as good, but you know, to me, just on the outside. So that's my opinion. Another thing I do is I change all the arms to carbon. The composite arms. They're not plastic from the kit. I put the composite arms on, so they're a bit stronger. Something that I do, I think it's just better. You don't need to, but like I said, this is my tips and tricks, what I do. I think it's better, so it's up to you guys. Another thing I've changed is the one-up turnbuckles. So they're all black on the back there, a couple on the front. So I think the standard Yokomo's a little bit soft in the material, and I have bent a couple. I haven't tried the one-ups. They look pretty trick, the black. So we'll give them a try, see what I think. So what else have I done? When you put the arms on, I get the Yokomo Teflon Shims. You see that? Hopefully you can see it. But focus is in. But yeah, they're a 1mm and a 1.5. So when you put the arms on, you got your shims there. Make sure they're nice and free. The arms are moving freely, nothing's binding. If it is binding and you can't get the movement, just take them out, sand them lightly on a bit of sandpaper, and then you'll be right. So, but you should all be good. Should mine fitted straight in. Normally you don't have any trouble, but if you do, that's what you can do. And you put all the balls, snap all the balls in, make sure they're all free, moving nice. I've done the front arms, minimal movement, all good. The sway bar's on, make sure it's all moving, all free. So everything's nice. Now, another thing that I will show you, that's the arm, the part number for the arm. They're the composite RTC arms. I haven't got the front one here, but standard arm, just in the other material. So the fronts, I've changed to the Axon. In the other video, they're the standard ones we've pulled out. We've changed to the Axon, like I said, less binding. I reckon they're better. Me and Mick have found them really good. So when you're putting your super hubs in, you got your super hub. They normally give you a shim on the inside. When you put it in the wheel, you want to be able to spin this nice and free. Minimal play. You don't want heaps of play because it'll damage your bearings, but you don't want it too tight either. That'll slow you down. So just nice bit of play. Put the wheel on, and you know, like, it feels nice, but remember, this pulls tight. When you do this up, sometimes it's too tight. So what I do, I just put a wheel on, spin it, holding just the end part. Just spin it, spinning nice, nothing grabbing, so it's all good. And I've got a little bit of play there. If that's tight, put a thinner shim. It's too loose, well, you got to put a thicker one. So that's what I do, just to get them all right out of the car. Now I can start building it. When you put the C-hubs in, same thing. You've got the little shims on the end of the C-hubs, the little tiny ones where the pins go through. So when you put your pins in, that goes through. Make sure it's all free. And if you don't need the washer, don't put it in. But if you've got heaps of play, you might have to put 2 in. So like I said, just get the right amount of play, just minimal movement, but make sure it's all moving free. If it's not moving free, well, you might have to just, if you haven't got any shims, just file that a little bit. But I doubt it. Just take the shims in and out and you'll be right. So what else is there? Underneath, I've got some screws. I put titanium screws, just get a bit of weight out. So that helps a little bit as well. The rear of the car, it comes with 4 alloy into the bulkhead and you get 4 in the front as well. But I change them to steel because I've had a hit in the front and I've popped it and it broke one of the bolts. So I've just, I never run them in the front anymore. I just put the steel straight in from new and that just eliminates that. So I've got the T-Works on the top of the servo there just to help get a little bit of play out of the steering rack. Makes it look better as well. So I think that's everything. I've got these to go on the bumper. They're just really good. I really like these ones because you got a fair bit of adjustment on them. Put them on for your front. You don't need them for the rear of the poles. So they're really good. And for the shocks, we've got the lightweight balls, top and bottom to go in. Nothing really to say about the shocks, just a bit of green slime on the O-rings, build them up, 400 to 500 shock oil. You're going to be in the ballpark. So I think that's it for today. So keep an eye out. I'll show you a bit more down the track when it's all built and we'll go from there. See you guys.